And it's showtime at the Apollo with Dom Cicale, Joe Barone, Mafia Roundtable. Glad to see everybody on. Joe, thank you for attending tonight. Thank you for gracing us with your appearance tonight.
I appreciate you having me. Thanks so much. I've been
I had no
busy.
choice. You gave me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, haven't did one of those in a long time.
I know, I know, I know. So, Joe, you missed yesterday's show. We were talking about Ralphie Balsamo, the bodies he was putting in the coffins at Balsamo. So,
Hmm.
if they go back to September 16th, 1998, when Ralph Coppola got clipped
Hmm.
or wound up missing, all they have to do is take that date, expand the days, I would say maybe 5 or 7 day period, see
Right.
who got buried and exhume the bodies. You're going to find Ralph.
That was an old that's been around for a long time. That what's the word I'm looking for that practice?
Yeah.
Putting double bodies in the caskets. That's why sometimes they were really heavy. Like you see more than just like four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, it's kind of funny. I was working out at Jacqueline Bally's in Portchester when I found out some girl from the Bronx told me. I forget her name now, uh, but we all hung around in the clubs and stuff like that. And I wish I could have been on the show with you yesterday, but you know where I was. I was, but so, anyways, I couldn't believe it. So I ran to this guy, Paul Peluso's house, and the mother came downstairs crying. I says, "Is it true?" She goes, "It's true. It's true." Now they were at his place. He had a like a little club, like a little restaurant bar over in Larchmont before he died. I forget what it was called. You could dance in there, you could eat in there, drink in there. I think he was partners with somebody, but I forget where it was. It was in Larchmont, somewhere's like over there, like Scarsdale
Okay.
area. He was in there. His sister was in there, and she says, and she talked to these people because they were very close. He used to go out with their daughter years ago, and then one day she believe it or not, she was going to marry a cop. She actually asked Ralphie for permission, okay, and he said, "All right, go ahead, go." But they were still like tight, like you know what I
Right,
mean.
right.
But the sister said, "I'm very worried about him. He's acting different. He's very nervous now." A lot of things that weren't that I because I did watch the show this morning actually, just wanted to see what was going on. Uh, there was a lot of things. I mean, if you want to get into it, like, but there was two things that they said why he was whacked. One, he was something would happen in Las Vegas or something like that. Now Barney was away. He actually took I think two lie detector tests. Barney, everybody knows who Barney is, right? So he's the pretend boss of the Genovese family now. So they put him in the front lines, as you know what I mean, right? So something happened in Las Vegas. They said he was skimming money, and then something happened here. The same thing. They said he was skimming money too. Now he just bought a house in a big house and some property up somewhere. I forget where that was too. I don't know if it was where Clinton lives. I forget where that is, but
That's Chappaqua.
yes, thank you for that. And
You're
his wife
welcome.
was still pregnant with his son because I think he's got like three boys, I think, altogether. But she was worried about him, and he acted like kind of like nothing was going on. Then they supposedly they sent for him, and then he never came back. Okay, so now what happened was it's just kind of funny because Ralphie Balsamo and Sally Larker and Hippie all got straightened out right after he was whacked.
Well, that's where I have to correct you. Ralphie
Okay,
Balsamo got straightened out years later. He was the
okay,
last of the Mohegans.
good. I'm
As
glad you said
far as
it.
Hippie
Okay,
and Sal Walker, they got straightened out. I think it was 2001, 2002.
okay. Well, then that's good. I'm glad
Or
you said
shortly
that.
thereafter.
Okay,
That's when they got straightened out.
it
But
seems
Ralphie later on, they were hesitant with Ralphie because Ralphie's not a street guy, but he actually participated. I know of at least two
right.
missing people got that he was involved with, whether they utilized the funeral home or stashed them in the caskets.
Hmm.
You know,
Well, thank you for clearing that up too. That's
well,
good. That's good to know. Yeah, because I hate to be wrong if there's but
no, it happens. It happens.
yeah, and you hear
It's
things
been a
out in the
while
street.
over the years.
Exactly. And so, the whole thing is look, I knew Ralphie Balsambo too, and he was always seemed he's listen, he always seemed a little full of himself, I think because he had the funeral home and everybody knew him and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
who his father was and everything. From
Yes.
Harlem, and yeah,
But I didn't think he was a bad guy. but I don't think he belongs in that life. That's just my opinion.
No. Well,
Um,
he's now supposedly the underboss of the Genovese crime family.
yeah, I heard you say that the other day, and I was like, how did that happen?
Well, I happen to be looking because I scour through before I do a show. Maybe I'm missing something. It was
Mhm.
actually to get the exact date for Ralphie Coppola.
Oh,
And it
okay.
came up that Ralphie Balsamo is allegedly the underboss, which is a joke. We know he's not.
No.
You know, he's not going to bypass the old timers. They just put the suckers out there just to be a buffer.
I was going to say to protect the real guys in the behind the scenes. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. But I remember Ralphie too. Now, don't forget, I grew up really around Ralphie Coppola, so we had fights together in clubs. We worked out at the gym together. He was a really good. He was the good baseball player, like you were a good basketball player.
Okay.
So he was he. It's funny how you could have been probably a real legitimate basketball like on a team and like making millions and same with him too. A talent scout actually talked to him, but Ralphie had this thing he wanted to be a gangster all his life, and it you know what that goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it happens. It happens.
Yes, exactly. But I'm glad you cleared a couple of things up too, which is good. But and then you got, like I said, Sal too, another guy that grew up. I remember his house because somebody showed me his house. He used to live off of Pelham Parkway, I believe, right in the back.
Correct.
Yes, beautiful home,
They have one of
beautiful.
the biggest homes over there.
Yes, I was like, that's Sal's house. I was shocked when I forget who showed it to me. I don't know if it was Nancy Ann or anything. I forget who showed it to me. I was like, holy, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the German. Wait,
We
I
got the
just
German. Thank you, German, as always, with your contribution. German says, sending the ultimate dynamic duo. Much love and respect, German. Keep up the fantastic work, brothers. Thank you,
thanks,
brother.
German. Salute.
Appreciate it.
You got to give him his thing. You got to give him his props. But yeah, he came from a nice thing. I don't even know why he wanted to go into that life either. He probably could have did anything.
Yeah,
Really,
the
with his life.
father, Joe, the
Yeah,
father, heroin dealer, that stigma, that stigma.
and his father did do a lot of time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did quite a few years,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe 9 years, 10 years, but he did a stretch.
Yeah, yeah. So he was, and I don't think I ever met his father, but hey, listen, I think he passed away too. His father, like in the last few years or something like that too.
Yeah,
But I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad we cleared that up. I wish I could have jumped in, but I was on a set. What I was telling you about the movie set and stuff like that. And
right, right, right.
I made so many mad mistakes. I should have got some more interviews with the things. I was actually a fight coordinator in this particular
Yeah,
movie. Yeah, and I should have showed them like more. I was doing I coordinated the fight between the two guys, and I should have did some more interviews with the actors and stuff like that. But it was just so crazy over there. And I wasn't supposed to act, but I did. So when the movie comes out, finally, you guys will see it maybe in about 10, 11 months, maybe. And I'll let you know what it is then. So we'll go that route. But and then now I'm tired too because tomorrow is Giovanna's birthday. So I got to take her out. We got a few things to do. And that's why, in case you didn't notice, I didn't shave.
no, I didn't know this, Joe.
Yeah. I want to keep it smooth for tomorrow.
People, we are starting, just for those of you who don't know, those who are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Check us out on Instagram, where we have a new channel. It's called @Wise Guy Structure. @Wise Guy Structure. Please hit the subscribe button. I posted it out there this morning. We got a lot of people that came on, so hit the subscribe. But check it out. We are coming out with Wise Guy, Wise Girl workouts.
Yeah.
And we're going to get everybody motivated. We're going to start building accountability, discipline, routine, guidance. We're going to do weekly calls. We're going to do daily structure systems. We're going to help you people out there, everybody out there, to get the fuck off your lazy asses and start putting in work. That's all there is to it. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear my wrist or I cut my nail too short. It's hurting today. You're going to have your ass in that gym. It could be 5 or 10 minutes. As long as you're doing something, you're going to remain focused and you're going to do it. You know why? Because we're going to show you, get your mind, body, and lifestyle correct.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
and I'm going to lead by example. We're going to have a full-blown program. There's just a full more key pieces I'm getting. Our app's being developed. But right now, folks, I am on a bulking phase. So Dominic's eating like a pig, whatever I want. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to lead by example, as Joe, you know I always do.
100%. Yep.
Once I hit 260 pounds, I'm going to maintain it probably for a week or two. That weight, stabilize it. So today I weighed in at 246 pounds this morning. So I'm 14 pounds off. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on a strict regimen. I'm going to start right now. I'm not taking any supplements, zero.
Really?
No supplements.
Okay.
Just eating like a pig. From cakes, goodies, I don't care. I'm just putting that fat on, that bulk, just doing it the old fashioned way.
Are you lifting heavy now too?
Huh?
Are you lifting heavy now too?
I'm a little heavier than I normally do, yes. Okay. And I stopped really cardio. I'll just, instead of doing my cardio, I'll walk maybe 5 minutes in the morning just to get the blood flowing and then go into a workout.
Good.
But what I'm going to do is show people, we're going to do before and after testimonials. And I'm going to put out my workout. That'll be available for people afterwards.
Okay.
You're going to see before and after photos. And my plan is to keep my muscle size, define it, and go down to about 230, 220.
Okay.
Around that body weight. But I'm going to be taking our supplements.
Right.
So these are our personal supplements we'll be putting out there. We'll be marketing that as well. But we're going to be putting out whey protein, creatine, fat burner, a whole array of supplements. So, and I'll lead by example. So you'll see before and after. And if I could do it at almost 60 years old, folks, you guys could do it. And don't get me wrong. Those 12 weeks, I will not be eating sweets. I will not be drinking.
That's right.
I'm going to be clean, eating very clean, adding cardio, busting my hole. But to show you, anybody could do it. If you want it, it takes a little dedication. Then once you achieve that you're really working hard, it's easy to sustain it. Really, you might fluctuate 5 or 10 pounds, but it's easy. It's not difficult after that. So we're going to lead by example, and we're going to give everybody what's more important is I'm not just another influencer. I'm not just another fitness guy who has to read books. Okay, here's what I found. Here's the research I did. I'm giving it to you from trial and error, folks.
That's right. You lived it.
Trial and error, hardcore working, and that's it. Right. So,
and everybody is different. I mean, some things might work for me that don't work for you, and vice versa. But for the most part, there's a general way to just do it, like just doing it. Yeah, that's the most important part. Oh, Ryan
Brown, thank you for the contribution. Thank you for the recommendation of Tent and Wolf.
Yeah.
Check it out. Good movie.
Yes. Yeah. I watched that movie and I said something Sunday. And so, that's good. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you.
Yeah. Joe went on his show Sunday. He didn't even invite me. So he kept me out like a redhead stepchild, but that's okay. No. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm not insulted. I'm not offended.
So now wait, I think I'm like 215, my weight right now too. I don't know if I want to bulk up or not, but maybe I'll try to go the same route you're going. I might try it. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll take a couple of videos of me in the gym.
Michael Murray says, Joe, no show. This isn't a side job. LMAO. Good to see you, Joe. Tell him, Mike. Somebody got my back here on this channel. This became the Joe Barone show.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Craig.
Hey,
Dom,
Craig.
Are you going to be offering workouts for advanced level? Do the diets incorporate ketosis or fat burning? Craig, stay tuned. We're going to have everything. There's going to be different levels. I'm going to have 4 different levels of product that we are putting out. So just stay tuned, but probably all the levels. I'll do a weekly seminar call where we talk about everything, but mainly it's for accountability, guidance, keeping everybody focused. The workouts are easy. Mine are different from all the others because mine are based off of my success, my trials, tribulations through working out. What worked, what didn't work, what I feel is good. So yes, we will be having nutritional plans, supplement plans, and then even the most advanced, whoever takes the top tier package, we're integrating the doctor probably, and he doesn't know it yet. The Dr. Brent, who was on my show previous, talking about men's health. He'll do blood screening, blood work, see where people are deficient, and help with peptides, everything. So, but that's going to be the advanced package. So there'll be different packages, different levels. There'll be levels that people could come work out with me. We'll make accommodations for them, and so all different levels. But you know what? And people have been telling me, Dom, you should do it. You've been doing it so long, this and that. So finally, we're going to come out. And for the women, I'm sitting with a few women that I think will be a good fit. And then we'll also give you our recommendations, same format, because we leave no man or woman behind at Mafia.
No, and we worked out together, well, a couple of times, but when you were still in Jersey, we worked out. It was a nice gym. I forget who was your buddy there. He was in pretty damn good shape too.
Rex.
Yes, that's it, Rex. That's right.
Yeah, he was in good shape.
Yeah. We had a couple of good workouts too. Yep.
Yeah. So
I liked it. Listen, most of people don't realize once you start seeing a little change in your body, getting yourself moving, it's very rewarding, and you feel much better about yourself because you accomplished something. You know what I mean?
We got Moji Boy says, Dom, if you're eating in bulk right now, you should taste these homemade biscuits my wife makes with sausage gravy. Son of a bee, they are so good. Moji Boy, send them on down, freeze dry them, send them in. I'm gonna eat them up without a doubt. Craig says, Dom, thank you for the explanation. I'm really psyched to see it roll out. Craig, trust me, we're going to be rocking and rolling. So people, please, I put up in one of my comments, I'll put it in the link below. But go on Instagram, support us. Wise Guy Structure on Instagram. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Come join us. I'm going to be setting up a YouTube channel as well. We're going to be doing all the other social media things in the interim. So come join us. So Absolutely. Back to the show. Yeah. Joe, today we have Mafia. I don't know if you read the title, Mafia Open Debate with former mob capo Joe Barone and associate Dom Cicale. So,
okay. So roles are reversed there, right?
The ball's in your court, so please take over.
Hey, listen, tell you something. That's a big responsibility to be captain.
No, that's small shoes to fill.
Yeah, okay.
The life, like I said, so that's what we spoke about yesterday, Ralph Capolo with the body. And you know what? So be it. They could thank Michael Junkbox Hippie for all this coming out. So,
and when I did my show Sunday, a lot of guys were trying to bait me into talking bad about Joey Molino and stuff like that. And the one guy, I remember I forget who he was, but he sent in a thing to say to me, all rats say that Joey Molino shouldn't be on the show. No, it's not any guys who are ratting. The bottom line is you're a wise guy. You're in that life. You don't go on social media for anything. You don't give statements to the newspapers. You don't talk to reporters. You don't go on social media. You stay as low key as you want. That's just a general rule. It's not just because of us. We got on there because of what we do. We're able to talk about it now because we're not in the life. That's the difference. But they tried to bait me on the show Sunday.
They probably want to hear what you thought about,
Yeah. Well, I told him straight out, he shouldn't be on it. He could hate rats all he wants, and he could do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But going on social media was a mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Michael
Murray says, I'm a drywall finisher for 42 years. Damn, Mike, that's a long-ass time.
Hell yeah.
Time flies by. Mike, it just feels like yesterday we were in the park playing ball. Seriously, like I look back, like when I see Michael Murray, first thing I think about is ball hooping.
Yeah,
him, his brother, and 42 years damn. I remember none of us worked. We were kids.
Well, think about it. 42 years ago, I was only 20.
Mike, you're getting old. I'm still young. So I'm preserved for 20 years. That was locked up. So instead of being 59, I'm really 39. Not even 40 yet. So there you go.
Yeah, I was like 22 years old when he started. That's crazy, man. But the time is flying by, Dom.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Way too fast. Look, this year already, we're a quarter of the way through. Not even. I mean, a third.
I know. And you know, my family used to say that how you get older, it seems like it goes by faster. I don't know why. And they were right.
Yeah, we're going into the 4th month already. It's almost half a year. 2 more months, half a year. Crazy.
I know.
Ridiculous. But
and the Mafia is watered down a lot, like you said the other day.
What's that?
The Mafia is watered down a lot.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's not what even the bosses like to me, Ernie became a big disappointment in my eyes.
Yeah.
He feels the same with me, but you know what? There's no doubt at all. What a disappointment. What a shame. He's an embarrassment to be a boss.
And especially since he's been around for the longest time, he had mad respect all around everybody respected him. I mean, he could do what he wants. And you know, I saw a clip on one of those short clips on the YouTube about what Gene was saying. Gene Borello said, he says, borrow as much money as you want. There's nobody out there collecting it. Yeah. I started laughing. I said, you know something? I think he's right. But it just made me laugh. He said the only guy was Paulie G, and he can't do anything either because it'll go right back.
Yeah, it's Ronnie G, you meant.
Ronnie G. I'm saying, what did I say? Paulie G? Sorry about that. So Ronnie G would be the only one. He says, and Gene says, if it wasn't for me, there's nobody out there doing it.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It seemed like our crew, like there was a guy that was in the Genovese family when we were all hanging around in the street. He goes, "Yeah, you're one of the toughest crews out there, Joe." I said, "Oh, thanks."
Right. We have at 9201 Dom. Was Michael Melnish taken out? Why was Michael Melnish taken out? And did you know his killers? I didn't know the killers, but I knew Matty Madonna, who ordered it. The killers themselves, I did not know. He was taken out because he was getting too abrasive with his mouth and everything else. So they had to make an example out of him.
Right. And that was the Lucchese guys.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew one of them, that supposedly did the shooting too. I met him, I think, once or twice. I forget his name, but he had reached out to somebody and to say hello to me a long time ago. But but the Meldish brothers, they were a little wacky too, though. Yeah,
they were drugged out. Every time they did something, they were drugged out. Joey Melnish was dangerous as they come, but always high. Back in my day, he was doing a lot of angel dust.
Oh, right.
Red Devil, Crazy Eddie,
right.
Him, Paul Zeppieri. There were a lot of people in the neighborhood. They smoked that angel dust. That's basically marijuana with embalming fluid dipped in.
Yeah, and they couldn't feel anything.
Yeah, no. But that's when they really went crazy.
But they were part of the Purple Gang too, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Or no, they were, right?
Yes, they were. Yes,
okay, that's right.
Michael Murray says, 60 years old and still the best. I was the finisher down at Hunts Point when you had the tile job and Greg doing the tile when 9/11 happened. Yeah, no, I remember. That's the Hunts Point meat market we were doing when they started the new market.
That's when you first came home, I think.
Small world, pal.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Moji Boy says, Dom and Joe Barone, you both have said it countless times. The Mafia is not what it used to be as far as keeping it under the wraps, under the radar of law enforcement. Yep.
You're supposed to be ducking, bobbing, and weaving. Listen, Dominic said it probably more than me. The whole thing is you always got to worry about law enforcement. So what you always want to do is you want to keep low key. You don't want to be seen. You don't want to be shown.
Right.
Today, now somebody wants to brag about something. They didn't even do anything in the street to really earn what they got, and it's just sad.
Yeah.
Look, I bet you I could walk by Joey, like when they said about Joey or anybody else, they ain't going to do nothing to me. And if they did, then they'd really have to come with something. You know what
Not
I
gonna
mean?
do anything.
Nah.
Listen, talking about that, I spoke to somebody I didn't speak to in many, many years.
Okay.
He's up there in the ranks. I'm not going to say which crime family.
Mm-hmm.
First words out of his mouth: I love you. I miss you. And Vinny should have kept his mouth shut.
Wow.
Vinny should have kept his mouth shut.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, I should have kept my mouth shut too. I said, I hold myself at a high esteem. So, but I'm
you
hard
take
on myself.
responsibility.
I'm my worst critic.
Yep.
My hardest critic, I should say.
Right. But you want to know something? Like I said, they were asking Michael Francis to come back. Half of them couldn't even earn any money. They were like, Mike, could you come back? Imagine that. They're still asking him to come back. I think he saw somebody in Brooklyn or wherever it was at that time. I saw him talking to what he said he was around there. Something he bumped into somebody he knew. But something, in one way, I blame Vinny because he knows better. But at the same time, I think, I don't know. He was just, I don't know why he just did it
with Joe. But still, these are things you just don't mention.
And he was the firm, because he talked to me like he said, I'm talking to you like I'll be talking to my younger brother or my son. So he did have like a lot of good intentions, but he made, listen, I can make a mistake. Anybody can make a mistake, and he made an ultimate.
Yeah, the mistakes he made were detrimental. They weren't just minor mistakes, and those basically were the only mistakes he made. The detrimental ones.
Yep, because it was severe. Yep.
Yeah. Craig says, Dom, Joe, time goes by faster now because when you're 5. Then 1 year is 20% of your life. At 50, then 1 year is 2% of your life. That's why it feels like that. Well, thank you for your analogy, Craig.
Yeah, I never thought of it like that, but
we have Lulu Bronx says, Joe,
yes,
you're like rotten wine. You stink as you get older. No, I'm just joking. He says you're like fine wine, getting better with age.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Classic Guy says, Joe, did your dad ever meet both Sonny Red and Sonny Black?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Don't forget, too, my father was first around the Lucchese family at first. And then later on, he gravitated towards the Genovese family. And that's when he finally my father got straightened out late in life. He was probably about in his 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he got straightened out late, because don't forget, my father died at 54 years old. And so he got straightened out maybe 2 years before that. So he was probably like 52 years old. So, but I don't know if he met them, because, but he met a lot of people, he knew a lot of people in all the families, as we all do,
right.
And like you said too, about Ralphie Balsamo, no matter what, you're in a club and even a bar, wherever, and you see the other guys fighting, you just go there, just jump in. It doesn't matter.
You don't have to jump in. Just go there.
Just go there.
Your brother's side.
That's it. Let people know that you're not alone, and we all stick together. Right. It's a big statement like that. Remember when we were in Sue's Rendezvous, and you had all the guys, all of us together, and then you walked to the men's room, and I stood up for a second. I said, I wanted to see who was going to go and follow you and go with you. Now you're our captain.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you walked into the bedroom, I let you go in. And then I went to the door. You were talking to the guy that was in there that gives you the towels and stuff. And I came in, you said, see? But I was the only one who did it. Because even though you can handle.
But we were out with the younger kids too.
Yeah.
So, it's about school and grooming them.
Yeah. And then even though I know you had nothing to worry about, but
right.
I still got
we had that place locked. The Albanians had it. And
you remember when Greg tried to fool around, throw a few punches at you at Hawaii Sea, and I grabbed him. He goes, "Oh, is it? It's like that, Joe?" And I said,
"What's wrong? What's up, Joe? It's like that. It's like that, Joe."
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Greg was funny and bastard.
Yeah. No.
And he's a good guy, Greg.
Yeah, Kool-Aid head.
Yeah, Kool-Aid. Yeah.
And
you started laughing at him.
No, East Kid said, Dom, any of your old crew cooperated? Yes, they did. Have you contacted them? We're in touch with a few different guys, but I'm not going to mention or put them out there. Nick says, Dom, did you or Joe know Jerome Jerry the Bull?
Jerry the Bull?
Carmelli? No.
I don't remember that name.
Chief Lewis says, Joe, what's your show about on Sunday nights?
It's just about any general talk, anything from what happened in my life that week, what I did 20 years ago, what I might do the next day, anything. I could tell some of the stories I had, the fights I had, certain times I was backed into corners, anything about my dad, soup to nuts, anything goes. And especially if somebody asks me a question, I always do my best to answer it.
All right. At 99201, Dama Joe, did you ever run into a Boston guy, Red Shea?
I never did.
No, I didn't either, but I heard him on social media. He's supposedly a stand-up guy, doesn't like rats, and another guy, rat this, rat that.
That's the one that was with Whitey Bulger.
Supposedly, yes.
Yeah. Well, listen, he's entitled to do that.
He's entitled to his opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who else we have? East Side Kid. Nope. Nick says dumb. Okay, read that already. Sam the Man, Dom. Vinny should have kept quiet. No justification, though. I love you and never met you. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. No, you're right. And I feel bad, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Well, the gravity of that, what happened was too over the top. The minute the minute he admitted to things and said things, it was over. That's it.
We got Daniel says 116th and Lenox Park.
Oh, that's in Harlem over there.
Crazy Eddie.
Crazy Eddie. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Crazy Eddie. I remember the Crazy Eddie, Red Devil. Those are the only two that I remember.
Shop around, get the lowest prices, then come see us. Crazy
No,
Eddie's.
Not that Crazy.
Oh, that wasn't? Oh, I thought it was a different.
No, he's talking about the Angel Dust.
Oh, that one. That's right. Yeah, okay.
My God, Joe.
That's what my head's at. Well, I didn't do the Angel Dust either. I smoked the weed, but they tried to give me that one time. I said, no way, bro.
Vinny says, Vinny Bo, 1972. Dom, is it true they didn't like Vinny?
Who?
Who is they?
Yeah.
Who is they? There was something somebody asked last night, and I don't see it in my notes. Somebody asked, and I said I'll go into it tonight. So if somebody could remind me, if somebody remembers, please let me know. Lucky says betrayal and a mistake are two different things. One is 100% wrong. You know what? Well said.
Yeah.
Well said. You're right. And that was a mistake of betrayal.
Yeah, that was a
but
big...
talking, and I agree with that very well. Really, Lucky, that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But that type of mistake Vinny did, that's not a mistake. You don't talk about murders. Like, that's a no-no. Yep. That's like telling the boss in front of him, your wife has an ass on her. I saw her in a thong and she was doing. You just don't do it.
No.
You don't do it. But yes, I agree with what you said. Betrayal and a mistake are definitely two different things. But what Vinny did is beyond the mistake.
Yeah.
Beyond the mistake.
Well, even remember when Sammy and Michael Francis and Sammy the Bull was arguing, and Sammy kept asking him, "What did you do? What did you do?" Like, in other words, you think Mike's ever going to say what he did or didn't do? It's done. You don't. That's it. You forget about it.
So, let's see. Sam the Man, Joe, you look like a stone cold killer. Man, ice in your eyes. Joe is. Joe is a homicidal maniac. Give us some tunes. You're too much. You really are. What's this? Pinot Bully. Okay. Hey, I'm from Eastchester Road and Pelham Parkway.
Oh.
How much of a mob influence was there in the early 90s? A lot.
Yeah.
You had all of us there. All of us there. We don't live there, but
no,
we're there. Where they actually, I was living off of Pelham Parkway when they arrested me on Fish Avenue.
Right. That's right.
Nick says, Dom, did you know Joe? Oh, again, same question. J.D. Morris Park, when Vinny was young and starting out. Oh, that's what it was. Wait.
Oh, there you go. Memory. Flashback.
Yeah.
Let's go. The light bulb
Yeah.
went on. Phew, a lot of smoke in here from that one.
Ouch! Ouch! J.D. Morris Park says, when Vinny was young and starting out, did he drive Big Trin? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I think I remember that as a kid. Yes, he did drive Big Trin. Big Trin.
Trini. Well, that's why they have that picture with him standing behind him, I think. Those pretty famous.
That was at,
pictures.
I think, a wedding.
Yeah, but that was his guy, so,
yes.
you know.
Somebody asked me, Cafe Dion yesterday, they said, and if I'm correct, in 1996 or 94, they said, is it true Vinny slapped Lenny? Lenny was the Italian guy with all the Albanians. So it was, the head guy was Nick.
You're right.
No, not Nick. Alex Rudai, Nick, and Lenny.
The three of them, right.
No, but what did happen was, and I don't know the year, it had to be in the later 90s, there was an argument. So they stepped to Sally Daz. They were going to take some locations. This was after they smacked and took, what's his name? Joe Gambino's location, a Lucchese soldier, kicked him out of his club. They tried moving in on Sally Daz, Vinny's location. Vinny went there, had a pistol. He had on sweatpants, put the pistol in the sweatpants, went to three of them, and he was going at it with them. So, and he told them they were sitting down, he was standing up, and Lenny said something, and like, I know you're strapping. I know you have a gun. Vinny says, you're damn right I have a gun. Well, we have guns too. So Vinny turned around and told him, that's okay. You might kill me, but you're going to be the first one I kill. Told Lenny. That's what he told Lenny. And then, you know, everything calmed down. And Vinny was serious. Vinny didn't play that. Vinny would have definitely died there that day. But Vinny would have taken out Lenny. So it wasn't a, as they would say, a Mexican standoff. Vinny was ready to go. Everything calmed down. And then when Vinny moved, he said, guys, please, I'm going to reach. My gun just fell down my pants. I'm going to pick it up. I don't want you guys to get nervous. They started laughing. So he reached, put it down, then sat down. But, you know.
That's funny.
Yeah, Vinny's comical.
But he had balls.
Yeah, no, he's a gangster's gangster. Without it now.
Yep. Wait, somebody on my show. Oh, Gad, you want to read this first?
CM Belts. Thank you for the contribution. Did you fellas know Joe? What's that?
Francolino?
Francolino. Him and a lot of wise guys used to come by my family's place, Gurney's Inn, in what's that? Monty's on Carroll Street.
Yeah.
No, I did not know him, but I went to Gurney's Inn in Long Island by the Hamptons.
Okay.
When you remember the day I left, I evaded law enforcement. I had Ace go in my car.
Yes.
And I walked out the back.
Yeah, from the shop. Yep.
So I actually took 3 days and I went out to Gurney's Inn in Long Island just to relax. No cell phone, nothing, just to unwind.
Yeah, that's where you were. Okay, so I didn't even know where you went.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear from you, but I figured you was, you know. Yeah. Well, Vinny, when he was laying low too.
Oh.
I remember. Didn't Vinny lay low for a while? I think
Vinny was locked up at that time.
Oh, no, but this is before he got locked. He laid low a couple of times. He went to some other place. He stayed.
Yeah, he was in Florida.
Yeah, that's it. So somebody asked me on the show. They said, because I thought Vinny the Chin. I don't know if you noticed, Dominic, but I thought he was named the Chin because he was a boxer and he couldn't take a good punch. And somebody said, no, it was a nickname because maybe instead of saying Vincent, it's the Chin. But I don't know.
I heard that too. He couldn't take a punch.
Oh, okay. All right.
So.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. He was a fighter, but he
Crypto Chip says Alex Rudi's coming home soon. Yes, he is. Big Arm says Dom and Dom and Barone. Be honest. I'm not being honest. I lie. Every other word I have in my mouth's a lie. How much time did you spend on thinking about making money now? Compared to then. Making money now. I always thought
I
about
think it's the
making money.
same. Yeah.
I'd never stop. That's why I'm doing so many different things, and to me, it's a hustle. It's a drive. It keeps me busy. My mind occupied. So,
Yep, I agree. You were always like that. Yep.
Warrior, did either of you guys know Johnny Sideburns by chance? He's with the Lucchese's.
Yeah, I heard the name, but I don't think I know.
Yeah,
him.
no, I never met him.
Yeah.
Mr. Puppet says, Dom, Joe, who was more of a gangster, Louis Haha or Ace Aiello?
You might know better than that.
Yeah, Louis Haha is more polished all around, stone cold gangster. Ace is more intimidating, if that makes sense. They're both gangsters, but if I would have to say who would be more dangerous, I would take Louis Haha. Just with the age, the pedigree, a lot more years under his belt. You know, but Ace is also dangerous.
Absolutely, he's somebody you wouldn't want to mess with.
Craig, Dom or Joe? Do either of you remember who got shot in Sorrentino's pizza joint on Eastchester Road back in the late 80s, early 90s?
Oh, shit. That does ring a bell, but I don't remember.
I don't. I was locked up, Craig, so I don't know.
That rings a bell to me, but I can't remember at all. I'd have to think about it a little bit.
Time says, Dom, do you think Vinny talked about the murders as a CYA movie, cover your ass movie with Messino? Well, Vinny did say he spoke to Missy. The reason why he said it, he said, I was trying to save your life, and you know, your life would have been. Vinny, how's my life in danger? If you tell him you don't know, the counter to what Vinny told me, if you tell him you don't know, you have no idea it wasn't us, how's my life in danger?
Right.
Nobody else knew, Vin. So that's who knows? I think Vinny loved Joe that much.
Yeah.
He got caught off guard.
And that's good.
No, go ahead.
And that's one of the famous lines every wise guys use. I don't know. That's the first thing. Remember, somebody gets pinched doing something. Oh, I didn't know he was doing that. It's the most famous line.
CM Belt says, Gurney is my family's place in Montauk. And he goes on to say, what year was that, Dom? That was in 2000. I got locked up January of 2005, so 2004. 2004, the end of 2004, I went out there. I think it was November, December. I went out there. That was around the time. So it was cold, snow on the ground. And Timothy O'Reilly, thank you for the contribution. Timothy says, folks, hit that like button now.
That's it.
Or else.
Get that Joe Barone look.
Jamie Cicale, what's up? Because Jamie says, people hit that like button. Come on, guys. Show a little love. Damn. I'm coming on. I didn't even get a chance to shower yet. I still got my gym clothes on. Oh, man. Hit that like button. Come on. Show brother some love. Big Arm says, Dom, Joe. Okay, we already said that. Step, love the two of you guys live together. Dom and Joe, bring it on all the time. Great show, guys. Thanks, Step.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Westchester in the house.
I guess that's
you guys know any of the guys out of Westchester? Joe, you probably did.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. I was there.
CM Belt says, our place in Brooklyn was a wise guy joint for 100 years. The place out in Montauk that Dom hit out at, a lot of gangsters hideaway, 108-room resort we sold 10 years ago. You know what? And I'll share a little tidbit with you how I found out about Gurney's. Dennis DeLucia told me about it. Dennis he's from what I hear nowadays, he's out of the Mafia life, just resting with his grandkids and everything. Late 70s, early 80s. So that was the guy who Jim McManus was around. But Dennis is a great guy, but he told me about Montauk Gurney's.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Anthony says, from the name Vincenzo, that's how they say it. He got his name. His mother would cut him short and call out the
yeah, with the chin.
His mother would cut it short and call him Chin. Okay,
it could be. Yeah, it could be.
No, it's probably right. Thank you for that, Anthony.
Absolutely. I ain't trying to argue. I just wanted to know if we heard anything different.
Touch and Go says, who wins a fight, Vinnie or Joey Cupcakes? I think Vinnie knocks him out.
Without a doubt.
But then again, who knows with a street fight? You know,
anything can happen.
Joey Cupcakes was never known to be a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He'll hit you with a baseball bat. He'll stab you. But to fight, no. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm aware of. So.
And anything can happen in a street fight.
Yeah. The bro 1102 Dom, were you really living above Louis and Ernie's? No, I never lived above Louis and Ernie's. Joe Barone's concubine used to live up above Louis and Ernie's. What? What are you laughing at?
That's the truth.
Your concubine used to live up there. Your gumara.
Yeah. She was living upstairs.
Your putana.
She was living upstairs. I remember when I got back with her after like a year or two or whatever it was. I forget. She was there.
Yes. No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Who else we have? Sonny Grasso. By the way, Sonny, people, prayers and thoughts for Sonny Grasso.
Right.
Please help him out. Go to his GoFundMe page. Help donate. He's going through cancer with treatments and everything. Needs all the support he could get. So please help him out. Sonny, I'm sorry I forgot to put the link up. If you could throw it up in the comment section, I'd appreciate it. But please go to his GoFundMe page. Every little bit helps. $5, $10, $1. Just something to help with the medications and everything. He's fighting cancer. I think, what is it, Sonny, for the 4th or 5th time? So prayers and thoughts out to you, Sonny.
Absolutely.
Sonny says, Vincent the Chin guy's nickname from his mom. He used to call him Chenzo.
That's good. At least I know now, too. You know what I mean? And at least we know now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Big Arm says, Dom, what was the most memorable experience with Barone? The most memorable. The most memorable is when he picked me up from county jail in Rosenhain, New Jersey. And we went to the house, packed the car with all my clothes, and got the hell out of that town. That was the most memorable time. Packed up his Mercedes, 2-door Mercedes.
I'm sitting like this in the steering wheel because we had so much stuff in the trunk in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least we got you out of there.
That's my most memorable time.
Yeah.
East Kid said, Joe, who was the person you didn't like being around? Dominic Cicale.
yeah, right. Actually, I didn't have a hard time with really any of us guys really that I could remember. It was with sometimes people from other crews, but all of us we pretty much got along really easy.
Louis Gigante Jr. is only 36 years old and held Barney's birthday party at his restaurant a few years ago.
Oh, up in White Plains?
Yeah, probably. Trotters, they still have that, right?
Oh, Trotters still? Okay. Yeah, I think they
do.
No,
that was their restaurant.
Yeah, and then don't forget the other one in White Plains was Molino's.
Okay. I was never there.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu Bronx. I feel weird being a girl and liking the Mafia stuff. How many women watch your show, do you know? Oh, we got quite a few.
Yeah.
We got Jamie Cicale, my cousin. We have Susan. There is Tina. I didn't see Tina tonight yet. Who knows where she is? She's probably kicking somebody's ass. No, there's quite a few females that come on and watch it. But it's all good. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And don't feel bad about liking the wise guy life. A lot of girls always kind of gravitate to that
bad boy
type of thing and stuff like that. So yeah, you know.
Mr. Puppet says Dennis DeLucia was one of the only capos in the Bronx out of the Colombo family.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. And at that time, when I was out, he wasn't even a capo. He was just a soldier. But
Wow.
I'm glad he's out of the life. And that's it. So
That's a smart move.
that's the
Just
best thing for him.
yeah,
That's the best thing
exactly.
for him.
Smart moves.
So, folks, we're going to go into, I have a lot of stuff coming out. We're going to talk about a mobster who was a former capo in the Colombo crime family. And it's purported he's having sexual affairs with an attorney, male attorney, that is.
Ooh.
So we're going to go into that. I mean, I got a lot of stuff. We're going to blow him up. I'm going to blow him up. And that's it. Like, yeah. They're getting hot and heavy. That's why I heard he broke up with his wife.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Sopranos episode.
Yep. And I was at the reception. You know, they didn't even have, and hey, this is trash. And I have to say that, and I hate to say this about anybody, how trash he is. I flew in for the wedding to make his wedding, my wife and I.
Wow.
Gave him an envelope. He knew it too. Didn't even get a thank you card.
Really?
Not even a thank you card. But it just shows all the while he was just, you know, and everybody told me, Dom, he's so jealous of you. Probably because he maybe wanted me.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
That's the only thing I'm thinking. Like, okay, like, what's to be jealous?
Oh, my God.
No, a lot of people said that. But I'm going to be putting him on Front Street soon, too. Just because I can.
Right.
Just because I can. And then there's a lot of other things that are coming out. Good stuff, folks. Really good stuff.
Right.
Patrick says, Dom, Joe, what do you guys miss about the life most? Joe, do you miss anything about the life?
I miss a few things. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss getting together with everybody. I miss, that kind of little bit of level of respect. People just, not that I flaunted it or, anything like that, but it just, people knew who you were around. They kind of treated you a little bit different, laughing with the guys when we all got together and talked about no more business. We just had a couple of drinks and we just shoot the shit and we didn't care about anything else. It was those kind of things, of course, going to nice places. We could just, people knew who we were. Come on in, that kind of thing. Little things like that, What about you, Dominic?
As weird as it sounds, I really miss Vinny.
Yeah, of course.
I really miss Vinny. So I had a lot of fun with him, a lot of good times. But
that don't sound weird at all. That don't sound weird at all. I mean, you guys were close. I mean, that's why when I found out that when Mikey became the acting acting boss, I went, "Oh, I was surprised he didn't put you there."
No, he couldn't because Mikey was acting underboss, so he slides right in. Vinny's instructions were, I get arrested, Michael takes the top position, and you back Michael.
Right.
So basically, I was second.
But, Vinny, I don't think was blind to the fact that you guys didn't like each other.
No, he knew. He knew we didn't like each other.
Yeah, that was even before any of that stuff started. That was right from the beginning. So.
Mr. Puppet, Dom, let's say Joe kicks up $100,000 to you. How much would you keep? How much would you kick up to Vinny, the administration? I'm assuming Vinny. Vinny and I would split it.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny and I would split it. Usually it's supposed to be 10, 20% tops.
Mm-hmm.
But Vinny and I would split it.
And I know.
That's why whatever Vinny had, he would give to me and tell me to run with it. We were partners on everything.
And you can tell, and I can back that up because you remember we were going to sell all the diners and everything, and you said, "I want you to, you're going to give I'm going to give Vinny my end."
Right.
And I remember, and that was $1 million. That's right. I remember that. Some things I remember pretty good. Because that was a lot of money. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Did either of you guys know Richie Sid? Banana Soldier? No. Joe C14. Good evening, Joe and Dominic. How was your day today? Well, Joey C, good to see you. Glad you're here. I miss you, pal. Stay shelved. Stay sharp.
Josie,
Stay
yeah.
away from the bananas because you know Michael Mancuso, the washwoman, is nothing but a biatch.
That's not Joe Camerano, is it?
No.
Oh.
I'm not. I hope it is.
Yeah,
The way
yeah.
he said Dominic.
Yeah.
Because that would be Joe Camerano. Dominic, what's up, Dominic?
Yeah.
South Bronx says, Joe, you remember Willie Marshall, one of the tough guys out of Westchester?
I absolutely do. I remember when he was a CEO. I met him. I used to talk to him in the gym. He was a lot of people used to say that he was like the, because he hit you first and stuff like that. Well, that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? I remember Willie Marshall very well. I talked to Dominic about it at one time, a long time ago too. Because supposedly he was working with the government himself, supposedly, and he was still going around collecting his own money. And Peter Gotti put $500,000 on his head, not the body, just the head. So yeah, so I remember Willie good, but Willie was tough. Willie was strong, and degenerate gambler, I think too. But yeah, I remember Willie, big guy, strong guy.
People, for those of you who are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Come on, folks, give us 100 before we sign off.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I give the old.
There you go.
And don't forget too. Now, one other thing too. Willie used to work out at Top Brass in Yonkers, and that's matter of fact, Dominic. That's where Lenny and Nick and all of those guys from the Albanian guys. That's where that's actually where I used to know them from. I used to talk to them all the time in the gym.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. And people too, check out our Instagram channel, our new channel. It's Wise Guy Structure. We're coming out Wise Guy workouts, Wise Girl workouts, a whole array. We're going to have, we're different. You have to have accountability, discipline, routine, guidance. We're giving it all. We're giving it all to you.
Yep.
Here's another question. The bro says, Joe, how many times did you meet Vinny?
I didn't meet him when he was in the street. I seen him a few times. I gave him the
wave.
Never
met him in the street?
Nope. I just remember
we did.
Didn't I? Did I meet him
at my engagement party?
Oh, that's right. That's right. And then yeah, right. That's right. So I remember that one time. That's right. Now I remember that one time there, and one other time we were supposed to meet with. We sold the diners. I was going to give him the money in the end, and but we did a lot of talking when we were in the joint, but not as much in the street.
Okay.
Yeah, but then don't forget, I seen you and him playing chess in Omni at that place over there, and then when he used to drive the black. Remember when he had the Lincoln the
Navigator?
Navigator, yeah. Yep.
Frog's Neck Bronx says, Dom, I gave you a lot of good info. You never read my comments. Someone's flagging them on your side. All right, Frog's Neck Bronx. Well, keep them coming.
Yeah.
I'll find out afterwards. So thank you, though. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Jack Humphreys, how you doing? The dynamic duo, Big Dom and Joe B in the house.
Thank you.
OMB, Kev, what's up? Mr. Barone, did you ever wear a wire on Mr. Cicale back in the day? No disrespect.
No. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's a good question. Yeah. No, I did not. I never wore a wire the whole entire 18 years I was undercover. Only time I wore a wire once was against my own co-defendant, and that proved to be really good on his part because it helped both of us actually in the court. But never wore a wire in the street at all in all the 18 years I was undercover.
Okay. Steven says, how tough were the Irish crews back in the day?
You want to answer that, or I could? It's up to you.
Go ahead.
The Irish guys were tough. Some of them were tough. They were beating us Italians up until we started stabbing them. So, but other than that, no, there was a lot of tough Irish guys like the Westies. Listen, in that life, you even if you're not that tough, most people can pull a trigger. It's not that hard to just shoot somebody.
Right.
But there were some real tough Irish guys, just like there were some real tough Jewish guys. There's some tough black guys out there. It's all dependent who it is. It doesn't matter what nationality you are.
Right. Sonny Grasso said, I think Tina was going on a cruise. Yes, she was, Sonny. Thank you. She was going with her kids. You're right.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. She told us.
Leadstown says, Dom, Joe, did you have any friends in Gravesend? The movie.
Gravesend.
Gravesend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all one word, so
Okay.
Gravesend.
I don't know about Gravesend. I mean, of course, I was in Brooklyn over there where Jimmy Calandri used to hang out, but that's, the guys, whoever I met there, I met. I can't even remember who they were now.
Oh, this one's for, it doesn't say it, but Lulu Bronx, you asked for it, you got it. Patrick says, girls love the wise guys, LOL.
Yeah.
California girl, what's up? You have a California in the house. What's up? We got Cali in the house. That's what I like. Sam the man at Throg. Nobody's flagging or blocking any of your comments. All right, so Frog's Neck Bronx. There you go. So just keep them coming. Maybe it's on your end that they didn't show through.
Yeah, because we'll always answer.
Yeah, Sam the man says, great show. Hit the like button.
Thank you.
Lucky says, hey, Dom, you ever get info forming shell corporations, showing good deposits, getting loans, and walking? No, that's not my stick. So, no. Anthony says, great to see all the new people come on board. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Remember about us wise guys, at least we dressed good. Even when you were in your sweats, Dominic, and you still had matching outfits. We used to go to Modell's, get we had all kinds of nice stuff, smelled good, what are you going to do?
MOB Kev says, hey, Mr. Barone, who did you kick up to back in the days?
To believe it or not, I didn't kick up. Dominic never asked me for a dime. Matter of fact, he always tried to put money in my pocket. Mm-hmm. But if he ever had asked me that, I got to kick up, I would have.
We're Patrick again. Joe, what was your relationship with Vinnie?
Well, it was, I didn't get it as far as I should have gotten with Vinnie in one way. But otherwise, I would have been tested because he would have tested me too. And that, but he was a gentleman to me, Vinnie, like, hey, he shook my hand, very respectful. I mean, listen, he was somebody to look up to because he had a style about him,
he has that charismatic way.
Yeah, very charismatic. I remember at like you said, the engagement party, and I went to go dance over there, and he was looking at me like, what am I doing dancing? So your father, may rest in peace, was still alive. And so he came to me and he goes, because I was dancing with Nancy Ann. And so then your father came over and said, wise guys, we're not really supposed to dance, because she wanted me to become a wise guy, and then she says, oh, no, you got to go with Dominic. He's going to straighten you out. He's going to get you going. And I said, yeah. And then your father says, you're not supposed to dance. She says, oh, forget about it then. You ain't going to get straightened out.
Patrick Shane says, hearing you say you miss Vinnie is kind of heartbreaking. I feel for you, Dom.
Sure.
Yeah, it is. It bothers me till this day. We had a lot of good times. You can't take that away from us. We were close, very close. That's why that was the hardest decision of my life.
Listen, people don't realize you lost a friend. I mean, you lost somebody like a brother. Hey, thank you. You beat me to the punch. That's
not even a friend, my brother.
Right.
I killed for the guy.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. I killed, not in a heartbeat. I did.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I already read that. California girl. Once a bad boy, always a bad boy. I mean, you can be a good guy and refigure a more moral life or a more normal life. But yes, but okay, I'm a little, you know what? We changed. We've acclimated into a new lifestyle, and but you know what? It can always come out, that bad boy. But those are, what? Maybe because we're older now. When you do get older, you get more you're calmer. Look at Johnny Joe too. He's still in the life, but he's calmed down. Everybody calms down, so it's different.
You get wiser.
Yes. Lucky says, do you guys miss masterminding a score or putting together a plan and basically feeding someone a big profit? Joe?
Well, I don't think I do, because we put still plans together, but only legitimately. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah, but listen, you miss a little bit of the excitement. If Dominic used to tell me, and like Joey Gambini or whatever, he say, "Hey, listen, you guys got to take care of that." It was exciting in a way, because but it's the same thing now. If we and Dominic do something together in the future, whatever it is, it's legitimate. It's still exciting, but only in a different way.
Right. Let's see who else we have here. Big Arm says, Joe Barone, do you think anyone in the life knew or had feelings about what you were up all these years?
I don't think so, because the first one would have been able to find out would have been Dominic. He would have known right away and saw right through him. You got to remember. There's another Mr. Muppet. Thanks, Mr. Muppet. Appreciate it.
Puppet, not
Puppet. I'm
Muppet.
sorry. Well, Mr.
Thank you for
Yeah.
your contribution.
Thank you. Sorry about that. No disrespect. Dominic would have known right away. I mean, he would have saw right through it. And as close as we were, I wouldn't have had stood a chance. And the bottom line is like this: I was, no matter whether I was in public or even by myself, I had to keep portraying the man I was trying to be. I could never relax. I could never sleep, even when I put my head on the pillow. So it was tough.
Yeah. No, it is. It's difficult.
Yes. Wise Guy 99, Wise Guy Workouts. There you go. I got to take a video of me doing a little something in the gym.
Oh, boy. There we go.
Saturday. Yeah.
There we go. See, Wise Guy, you're getting them started.
That's it.
Now we're in for it. Anyway, folks, thank you. We had a great time tonight.
Absolutely.
Great group. Appreciate it. One last comment. Let's see.
See, we get Throgsnicks in there. I don't know if he said anything back.
No, there was one here. Hoboken Matt. Joe, were you scared of Diesel? Wow. Joe, were you scared of Diesel and Lulu? Did they ever bite you? Dom, can you show us pictures of those dogs? I will show them tomorrow because I have to dig them out.
Diesel, even though he was strong as a bull, he was very lovable. Very lovable. And Lulu too. They were both wonderful. And they always, I seen Diesel jump from the ground as high as my head. Remember, Dominic?
Yeah.
He was so strong and beautiful.
Yeah, no, Diesel when I left was a puppy, but my cousin Matt told me he started biting.
Oh, he did?
Biting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after I left. So
yeah, well, that was your dog. You remember you used to make him run across the street to the park, and then you'd whistle, come back, and he'd come right back. Oh, I remember.
California Girl says, looking forward to Wise Girl Workout Wear. Coming out with that too. Yes, look forward to it. People, let me see. Trog's Neck Bronx. You skipped all my comments. Maybe just do my own show. I guess so, but I just read this one, so I didn't skip them all. There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. Wish everybody the very best. We'll see everybody tomorrow night live at 5. Everybody have a great night. Emmanuel, Sonny, Shay, California Girl, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Clay, Francisco, who else do we have? Big Arms, Anthony.
German.
Trog's Neck Bronx, German. OMB Kev, good night. Step, good night. Mr. Puppet, Hoboken Matt. Ceramic, good night. Sonny Grasso, good night. Which Anthony, good night. Kathleen, East Side Kid, East Kid. So
Craig,
people have a wonderful night. Remember, go check us out on Instagram, Wise Guy Structure. We're coming out Wise Guy and Wise Girl Workouts. They'll be out soon. And everybody, much love and respect. Peace out.